So let me just let you know the title of the talk, Bringing in Love Intentionally. And this is going to be, and I did not, Spirit brings it in, and the music and melody, and it just continues, and the message is still the same. And so I do want to say it's a new year. Last year, it's 2022, was last year. And I know that we were on a journey. I was on a journey. I witnessed people being on journeys. Last year, I'm going to dub as journey. People, I would say, were coming out of, I think, discovery in myself in around December. I don't know what was going on in December, but it was a big hotspot. It was something that was powerful. It was people waking up, people saying, this is not resonating anymore. And I'm witnessed to a lot of awakening. And I would say to you last year, I would say to you, and if this picture in your mind, all the things that happened in your life, and it was a journey. It was something you experienced. You didn't sit down and you didn't dwell on it. It just kept on moving. You're here today. It's 2023, and there is a new sheriff in town. There's a new feeling. There's a new vibration. And you're going to say, what? And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's called Love Star. So you can say it, Love Star. Right? And you're going to say, what? And I can just tell you how images come into me. So it's easy for me to receive, but it's difficult sometimes to put things in words. And I'm going to explain to you what Love Star is. And then I'm going to continue. There are stars in the sky all over. The stars go away. Daytime, nighttime, rain, clouds, sun. The stars are always there. Picture these stars here. Picture you being a star. And what does a star mean? A star being a frequency emitter of love, okay? The star in the sky is an emitter of frequency of light. We are a star of vibration of love. And now just picture yourself in a room filled with people, filled with love. And I'm going to suggest one thing. Now that I'm going to call them stars. They're there shining and vibrating. You're there. And you know what? I will say to you, when you walk out at night, and if you saw one star up there, you're like, okay, that's nice. It's not very bright out. The moon maybe not as shiny, but as soon as you see that plenty of stars and you go up there and it's breathtaking, you literally will sit back and say, wow, that is something. Bring it in. Bring in your thoughts. Bring in this idea that in this world, in this place, in this dimension, in this timeline, this is the moment we are here. We are the star. We are shining. And that's how I want us to approach 2023. Looking at each other as being a bright star, accepting who they are, removing these things called judgments. You are in no position to control anything. None. It's not even your place to be. Wouldn't even probably want to be your friend if you sat around and tried to control me. I will tell you that that's actually one of my I will tell you, I don't know what happened in my life, in my childhood, but I do know one thing: I can't be controlled. And if you do, I am going to walk away if I don't get more like. And why would you, right? Why would you want to be there in that energy, in that place? Because you want to be you. And that's why I'm actually here. I'm in circle, in the community, who I'm allowed to be me. And I know you are too, and you're accepted. Or else you wouldn't be here. I know it. And so welcome to being a love star. In this journey that we've taken, there is no tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow is always here. Tomorrow is always present. So there is no tomorrow, by the way. There is no, I'm going to move into something. I'm going to now say, we allowed ourselves, and I'm saying sometime in December for some of us. And if you didn't hit that road, maybe you hit it earlier, maybe you're hitting it now. But there's something you have in your life and it requires you to shift. Something you didn't want. Something that says, I want more. Something that says, I'm going to move something. For you to understand that the shift is needed, you have to understand yourself. And for you to understand yourself, you have to understand that there's something not vibrating correctly. And this is something not in my pattern anymore. And this is something I want to have out. I'm going to put it in the flame to burn away. I'm going to give it to spirit to take away. I'm going to allow spirit to jump in, and I'm going to now announce this isn't my vibration anymore. And this is something I'm not very interested in. And so this is what we call a shift. And we're going to move ourselves into a different paradigm to be who we wanted to be in the first place as we came into this world. As you were saying, I want to be on earth now. This is where we are now allowing ourselves to be into that position, to be in that energy. And how do we do it? Do we just jump? Do I just say, oh, I don't want this anymore, I just want to jump? No, we take baby steps, right? If something is not vibrating in your life, you don't just say, I'm going to just take this candle and blow it out. No, what we do is we do an allowance. We don't allow ourselves to be black and white and just very crisp and walk away. We actually have this gray matter that allows us to say, okay, I'm in acceptance mode and this is not vibrating the right way. What can we do to work around, right? What can we do to adjust? Is it you? Is it me? It is always me, by the way, right? But where can I be in this energy about it? Do I need to shift my paradigm? Do I need to say, okay, well, this is not working for me. I'm going to be over here today, okay? And so that brings us back into the love star, bringing us into love. And I'm going to tell you, love is everything. And so don't kid yourself about being this. Love is everything. Think about everything in your life. You're holding on. Okay, who's chocolate lovers, right? Okay. Did you go to the doctor and the doctor said, okay, for your feel better, you have to have chocolate once a day? No, I didn't tell you to have chocolate once a day, did he? I don't know. Maybe your doctor did. I don't know. But I will say to you that you eat chocolate because you love it. Right? I love pies. Someone may have brought a pie today. A very traditional pie from a French tradition. But it's allowing, and you bring into this world everything that allows you to express your love, because we are nothing but an expression. So love is a noun and is also a verb, all together, wrapped up. Sometimes you are there as somebody who can come, because you're also a magnet, by the way. Stars, you know, they have a gravitational field as well. So love has a gravitational field. Trust me. You will absorb, as you shine brighter, other stars will start appearing and they start coming all around and they start vibrating the way you are. And you're now having a cluster of stars. And that's the way love works as well. It sits there and it becomes that magnet for us. But as we bring it in, we sometimes have vibrations that allow us to express ourselves. And that's where we are. And that's who we want to be. And I'm going to bring into authentic self. If you show up pretending you like chocolate, that chocolate lover knows it. They're sitting right next to you eating that chocolate, and that chocolate lover is saying, this chocolate is good. Now, imagine you have a certain next to you that doesn't like chocolate. What do you think they're going to do? Okay, I'll just give me a small, that's too big. I'll just take a smaller piece, right? You know it. And if you're sitting around with people who are not authentic, who are not bringing themselves or not allowing ourselves to come into it, then you know you're not sitting there with that particular vibration and being authentic. So bring yourself, because people who shine that brightest are themselves. And if you're shining, you're around people that are shining in that same vibration. And just allowing it to be that star. So I'm giving you all these little seeds. I'm planting seeds for you. And you're going to water them continuously. And just to allow yourself, and I want you to do an imagery. And as I was giving this talk, I was trying to figure out what my most loving moment was in my life. Do you have like a number one loving moment? It could be a person, an animal, nature, a walk, family. It could be anything. And to be honest with you, I think everybody has that go-to loving moment. It could be food. Like that chocolate keeps on coming back. And just bring it into your mind, because when you bring it into your mind, I want you to bring it into your energy field right now. Just bring it in. Just allow it to soak in, because as you bring in that moment in time that brought in that highest, shiniest, brightest allowance, that's who we are. And that's what we want to be. And I also want to tell you that I've been into a journey of multiple journeys. And the last time I talked to you about my heart condition that, is getting better and better and better and better and better and better. And it never stopped getting better. And I'm telling you this the truth, because a lot of things, right? But it's also love. And I will tell you that you being loved, can you imagine your organs being loved? Can you imagine your cells popping around you? The water crystallizing, shining, vibrating, all in you. And if you're wearing any kind of jewelry, that's shining and bright. Your hair, everything, your teeth. Could you imagine now you're shining, you're bright, and imagine your organs. I always like to say my DNA, because that's the structure of everything. You can pull that in, but in your cellular mode, can you imagine your cells going into your organs now? And jazzing it up, bringing it in. That's what we need to be. We need to have. In my personal experience, as well as I had a tough situation with my job for the last year or two. And it's funny, because when I was going through this transition, I must have mentioned it to a bunch of people, because they keep on asking me, how's your job? How's your job? And it's funny, because I made the transition. You fake it until you make it. Okay? My mind, I was in this great world. And it finally caught up to me this year. I have this great job. Stayed at the same company. I have this great job. It is unbelievable. Amazing, and allows me to be who I am. For the first time, I can tell you, I actually love my job. And I'm 30 some years into my job at the same company. This is the first time. Love it. And so that was me, by the way. It wasn't my job, it was me. Right? You getting all this? You picking what I'm putting down? So, yeah. And being yourself, and I think Melody has mentioned it in her talk, and her seed is being your true self allows you to make choices. And choices in your lives doesn't mean you have to mentally decide one thing or another. You bring in life, you bring in love, you bring in what you need, and also compassion. There's a lot of things in this world that you may consider that are not a star, shining as bright and vibrating as you want. If you put your judgment away, if you allow yourself to take a moment like and allow yourself to do this, and you put compassion on the table, separate action to people's, I won't say people, it could be animals, it could be whatever in your life is allowing this. If you take away and allow yourself to see through what you need to see through I'm not going to put this in words the best. You just have to flow with what I'm trying to say to you. Because if you put the judgment away and that allow you to then see it and you have compassion and understand, then you may be starting to see a little bit clearer on this earth for what we're trying to be part of in the bigger picture. Because if you're looking at me and you're like, okay, well, he keeps on going on or whatever, that's a judgment, right? So sit and listen and try to pick up the frequency. And that'd be the same thing if I had the driver in front of me driving home and he was going slow. I have a choice. I can relax and enjoy it and turn on the music, right? Or I can be beeping at the horn. That's a choice. And so, and again, if you're authentic self, maybe you're the beeper. I don't know. So be who you are. I'm not saying it, but at the end of the day. I'm going to say, then we are enough. I would say, feel free to say, I am enough. I am myself. I am vibrating where I need to be. And then you're bringing in, I am enough. I am loved. I am here. I am being. There's so many I ams. And I will tell you, if you've been hanging out with me at all, I'm going to do the we are. Because the I am is important. Don't get me wrong. Is as important as the we are in my mind. I'm going to say I am spirit. I am a fractal. I am here and present. But when I say we are, I am so about the we. I'm so about the star. I'm so about every part of this earth, fractal entity, beings, that we are love. We are higher frequency. We are stars. We are love. We are. And so if you start thinking about the we are, and all of a sudden, when I say I am, I really feel the inside, there is a core inside me from my back to my front. There is something in between my two hands right now that says I am. But what happens when you say we are? Just picture it, just say we are. I feel you. I do. Really, I truly tell you. When I say we are, I feel I put myself, I don't no longer, the I am is no longer here. The we are is around me and surrounding me and is being you are. That's why when I start out the service, when I facilitate, I always like to say, let's put our hands, therapy, of course. Let's put our hands around each other's shoulders. Let's connect. Let's be together because we are embracing. We are. Just put anything in there. We are compassion. We are non-judgmental. We are forgiving. We are in love with nature. I certainly am. And so when all this happens, let me tell you something that also emerges is passion and showing up. So passion and showing up. What are two different things? That's actually an action, isn't it? Passion. So passion, I can never say I have a passion and I'm sitting on the couch. I have a passion for chocolate. I'm getting up and getting chocolate. I'm telling you. I have a passion for standing and going to the movies. I'm going to the movies. That's my passion. It's an action. I feel it. I bring it in and I am doing it. That is a passion. And that allows me to be myself. So when you bring a passion, if you bring in passion, you're bringing an authentic self. You're bringing an authentic self and you're starting to shine. Now you're bringing in passion, you're bringing in action. Now that you have action, what are you going to do next, right? You're showing up. You're going to be part of something. And the next part after passion is dreams. Bringing in your dreams. Have you ever known anybody to be idle, to say, gosh, I'm happy the way I am, I'm pretty good. Thanks. Good. Where do you always see people like stretching? I always like called the stretch. You always try. I have a passion. Like I was talking to my friend yesterday about RC cars. You know, like driving around a remote control car. It's like that was his passion. He got me all excited. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I need to get one of these. I want to do RC with you because I would have never got it if you weren't here. But now you're into it. I'm into it now because it's just his passion. It was becoming my passion. And now is it part of my dream? Is it part of my visions of what I want to be? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to be? Am I walking in this? Am I wanting to be for them, for the homeless? Do I want to be there for them? Is that my passion? Is that helping the poor? Is that my passion? You know, what is my passion? What is my dreams? They're almost tied together, but passion is the action. Dream is the thoughts. It's where I'm going to go at night. I'm going to sit and it's going to sit and it's going to penetrate my energy and it's going to vibrate and I'm going to be good. Passion is it's going to get converted by the by. And spirit has a plan for you. Always does, always will. Spirit works in passion, works with love, and he's going to be bringing, he or she, the energy is going to be bringing in the moments, the coincidentals, the synchronicities. And I will tell you, there's so many synchronicities if you just open your eyes. Yeah. So that's, I could go on, but I'm not going to. So anyways, thank you. And I then will leave it with this for questions and answers. If people don't have questions, then that's fine. But I will bring up to this. If you want to just answer, like if after I'm done here, all you have to do is, what is your dream? What is your passion? Do you have that going on for you? And just talk to it. You don't have to ask a question. Just talk to your passion. Anyways, thank you.